Hola! Planet Earth is showing serious signs of change, becoming increasingly more unstable, starting with a series of natural disasters that have been ravaging several parts of the world. Millions of people have already been affected, and billions will face many more challenges and hardships for many years as we settle deeper into the Gran Solar Minimum. Global emergencies are quickly starting to aggravate, with a lot more chaos on the horizon. In this video, inspired by a recent video published by the Epic Economist, I will talk about 7 different plagues that are hitting the planet right now, and then present the 2 plagues that have hit our Colombian farm. Hola! From Colombia. With the present great world confusion, I wish to do my part to accelerate the evolution of human consciousness. Please help by subscribing and sharing these videos. Thank you. A mice plague is devastating Eastern Australia. One cannot imagine living in a community infested by hundreds of thousands of hungry rats and mice. This is happening right now in Queensland and New South Wales, Australia, where an out-of-control mouse infestation is impacting the lives of the citizens of the eastern Australian states. They are ruining local farmers, entire grain harvests. Hotels are closing because it has become impossible to keep the critters out of the rooms. Because of the incredibly rapid pace of breeding in mice, the current plague is just beginning. A single breeding pair can produce a new litter every 20 days or so, birthing more than 500 offsprings in a season. Large earthquakes are occurring everywhere. In 2021, 7 earthquake magnitude 7.0 or greater have already occurred. One of them was a 7.2 seismic tremor that completely shook Japan. It struck the coast of Ishinomaki, a city located just 65 miles from Fukushima. The USGS reported that the recent earthquake had a depth of 34 miles and the tremor could even be felt across several areas of Tokyo. Multiple volcanoes are erupting all over the world. The latest data released by Volcano Discovery showed that 29 volcanoes are roaring back to life and currently erupting across several countries. Most notably, an Icelandic volcano that has been dormant for the past 6,000 years has just come to life. The Icelandic police notified residents should stay indoors and maintain doors and windows firmly closed to prevent gas pollution. A new mega drought is spreading across the southwestern states of the United States. A severe drought was already affecting the state of California over the past few months, but now the weather seems to be worsening, as almost 2/3 of the whole nation is abnormally dry. The federal government's spring forecast revealed that there is little hope for relief for the foreseeable future. Weather Service and agriculture officials alerted for possible water use cutbacks in addition to higher chances of wildfires. Further, the local reservoirs are hitting historically low levels. On top of that, multiple wheat crops suffered irreversible damages. An enormous swarm of locusts is ruthlessly devouring millions of crops across several parts of Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. A single local swarm could contain 80 million locusts that can fly up to 80 miles a day, depending on the wind. In that process, locusts lay millions of eggs, which hatch within 15 days or less. Every day, each locust can eat its own weight in vegetation, and that multiplies 20-fold every 3 months. A single swarm can effortlessly eat as much food as 35 100,000 people in one day. H5N8 bird flu is suffering rapid mutations in Russia. Experts are worried and predicting that soon the virus could start being transmitted from human to human. According to the head of the Russian health watchdog, Anna Popova, the new strain has a fairly high degree of probability of human-to-human transmission. Furthermore, outbreaks of H5N8 have already been reported outside Russia, in some parts of Europe, China, the Middle East, and North Africa, but so far only in poultry. The health crisis isn't over. Even though mass vaccinations have started in many countries, the new variants found in Brazil might be resistant to the already developed vaccines. A major difference between the first strain and the strain detected in Brazil, known as P1, is that P1 affects young, healthy adults. The new mutation is 2.2 times more transmissible, and even those who already caught the virus could be vulnerable. On our farm, we planted 5 acres, 3,000 plants of Sacha Inchi. This is an amazing and typically very resistant vine-type plant, producing a nut very high in essential oils. It contains 54% omega-3 and 33% of omega-6, as well as natural antioxidants, which are natural preservatives, vitamin A and vitamin E, and 33% of protein. Sacha Inchi is a perfect food source, which strengthens the immune system, regulates blood pressure, improves neurocognitive faculties and inflammatory conditions, reduces hormonal problems, and slows down the aging process. It has protective effects against the development of some type of cancer, and it controls and reduces cholesterol levels. I believe that this incredible food source will provide the Latin American farmers a perfect solution. However, after one productive year, all of the plants started to dry up. From the start of the pandemic, now all 3,000 plants are completely dead. Further, all of the banana and plantain plants were attacked by some pest, and they all rotted from the inside and collapsed. We need those plants to provide shade for the coffee plants, and now the shade protection is gone. We're living in times when everything that can be shaken will be shaken. It's safe to say that this is all just beginning. We should all start getting ready for what lies ahead, because it's evident that things definitely aren't going to get any easier. Having said this, if one is conscious of what is going on, then all of these changes are understood as a necessary evolutionary gift. We are in the midst of this pivotal time where the old world is still apparent as the new divine matter grows within our very bodies. We forget our spiritual purpose and become outraged at the lies of our politicians about the COVIDian situation. Will you choose to align yourself with the divine plan or the Luciferian plan? The return to normal will never happen, whether we know it or not, whether we like it or not. Social, medical, political, economic, legal, geological, and cosmic upheavals will intensify. This is not surprising when one understands that the purpose of the earth is spiritual. It is the place of the manifestation of the divine directly in matter, a universal first taking place right now. And Homo sapiens is the transitional species that is designed to consciously experience this change in their own physical body. The only solution is very simple. I must connect to my true self, my soul. Easy to say, not so easy to do. Please go into action now and make the choice between listening to your ego mendacious mind and the external authorities or listening to your soul, the internal authority. I consult and offer tools so that you can find your individual solution by making contact with your soul. Your soul will then effectively guide you through the upcoming, long-lasting, turbulent transition. Infinite love.